It's because like in comparison, yeah, like something
You
so
guys
much
are
better.
comparing Berserk to League. I don't know why I can't help think that Griffith is like Viego, little bitch.
Yo, actually, it's like okay, hold on. It's like everybody is like generally doing okay,
I don't
but
like where he's going.
listen, everybody's doing okay, but then this guy just like wants to do his own thing, and then he ruins it for everybody. It's dude, I okay, listen. I have okay, I'm so mad. I'm so
Oh
I'm
god,
so
we got him
emotional
mad.
about this. I'm getting heated, right? Hold on. Okay, so I had a friend that I was talking to, right? And we're talking about Viego's lore. And this guy told me that Viego's story is so tragic. And I was flabbergasted. I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, he loved her so much that he went and did all those things. I'm like, oh my goodness. I didn't know where to begin. Like, do you guys know Viego's story?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like I understand where he's coming from, but
Yeah,
the story itself, it's like you're right. It does get me angry because like it is tragic, but not to the extent of like, oh, I feel bad for the guy. It's just like, damn, you're a
I think
bitch.
I think it's the opposite. I think okay, let me say what I think first.
All right, go
Let's
ahead.
Let's see the law first. Okay. So basically what happened is Viego was a king in Camavor. It's like
Camavor, yeah.
it's a different continent on the league. Like it's not it doesn't even show on the league maps, but
Map,
like it's
yeah.
supposed to exist.
It's
yeah. I
opposite.
wonder why. What happened to Vanguard? He
Camavor.
So what happened is Viego was the king, and he loved his queen, right? So he focused mostly on his queen and didn't really like focus on his position.
Kingdom.
And yeah, his court didn't like him, so they basically plotted to assassinate the queen. Then the queen dies, and Viego like basically like oh he gets big sad, and he's trying to like find a way to bring back his queen. He sends Callista out on a mission to find a way to revive his queen. Callista travels to the Blessed Isles, and
At the time, blessed, yeah.
Yeah,
it was
basically.
Blessed.
Yeah.
And she basically convinces them to tell her about their magic and like how to like bring people back from the dead. And it's like because the Blessed House had like life magic anyway, and they basically told her like, okay, Callista, you're a homie, we trust you, don't tell anybody else about us, okay? But this is how we do it. And then Callista basically went back and she told the king, and she was like, but please don't do anything. Like they said, like things are very shaky there, and like there's a balance. Vigo is like, nope, take my entire army and invade that little island. He takes his entire army and goes, invades the island, kills everybody there, and then he takes his magic sword
The Blade
and
of
like
the Moon King.
yeah, the blade of the Rune King, and like he uses like magic from his magic sword to like try to raise back his queen, but his queen didn't want to be raised, and so she kind of attacks him and stabs him with his own sword, and then like a little paradox is created where his sword has like magic on it where anything that's it stabs would die, but like in the space that it was reviving the queen, like anything that comes into that space would be brought back to life. So because the sword stabbed him, that like like the sword stabbed him, which means like he was supposed to die, but he's in an area where he's supposed to live. Is basically like a paradox. Like he can't be either.
So he's
he became,
stuck. He's like dying, but he also can't die.
Cancer.
became undead basically, and that's created the Shadow Owls, right? So that's the basic story. But my friend was trying to tell me, oh, it's so sad, like oh my goodness, he lost his queen and everything. In my head, I'm just like, this guy, like if for context, the Shadow Owls is basically like everything there is a zombie. It was like a beautiful, like almost like if you imagine heaven, that's how it's supposed to be, right? And then everything turned into like basically like zombie-like monstrous creatures. This guy is like basically like
except for Thresh.
He's Dracula
Who's
from
Thresh, though?
fucking Castlevania, bro. That's exactly the same
But the
story.
thing, the thing how I see it is
Almost
like
like that.
he sure. I mean, I don't know, but like maybe I'm taking it too in detail, personal. But like the way I see it is like, sure, when we'll say that a loved one died, and like you don't know. It was just basically it was a one-sided relationship if you think about it during the entire story, because like it's only him talking about his feelings and how he felt, but you never get to know how the princess felt about Viego, right? And I guess he needed to hear the girl be like, "Hey, you bitch! I don't fucking love you," and that's what happened when he brings her back. And what's his name? That fucking brown-looking dude.
Oh, the brown-looking dude, Lucian.
action.
Action is just like, alright, I'm gonna kill this bitch.
Oh, you're talking about like the finale.
Yeah, but like basically what I'm saying is that it can be interpreted as like yeah, a love story, but like it is not as tragic. Would you go ahead and kill, massacre an entire like continent, just well, not continent, an island for the love of your life, and like disrupt the circle of life and death?
My point was, I think it's even worse than genocide or massacre because, like, the fate that every single thing that came in contact with what Viego did, like, I feel like they would rather die than like be like eternally undying. You know what I mean?
Well,
at
Imagine.
least-
they come
at least
back
Hitler
as
was
his servant,
selective.
right? Excuse me? I thought your auntie and uncle watched this podcast.
You wonder why I can't.
Do
No,
you,
I'm not gonna say
this is something that's been stuck in my head for a while, and I can't stop thinking about it this way. Isn't life just a roguelike game? Because like basically, you make mistakes and all that stuff, and then you fuck up everywhere. But then your
no.
offspring is the one who gets to learn about the mistakes, and then it's just a roguelike.
I have something to contribute to that, but I feel like I can get in trouble, so I'm gonna withhold it.
All right, maybe another time off
I think
cam.
somebody's making a roguelike or something.
No, it's like
We're comparing life to a roguelike.
it's like there's patch notes. We're in the COVID patch right now. A few nerfs go around.
we had limited access to like the game content because the shit was getting reworked. They have new birds now.
Can you?
Ooh. Talking about patch notes real quick. Actually, I had an idea. Like, I don't think I can actually like execute this, but like I think it would be pretty cool, where somebody makes like a quick patch rundown of like any game, but like for example League of Legends, right? And let's say like Akali loses like 5 AD, then they do like a little animation of like Akali tripping over a rock and she hurts her hand, so she deals less damage, something
Why
like
does
that.
Why does that sound familiar? Like, I like the idea, but it sounds like something that should have been done already.
It's a
That's
cool
what I'm
animation.
feeling.
For what
Yeah.
thing? I'm sorry, I was like reading the chat for a moment.
Oh, I said like imagine if somebody made an animation to explain patch notes. So like, for example, let's say GP rework. They made like a mini animation to like show reworks or like explain why a character is changed in like reworks, or if a character gets buffed, they show like, oh, they got like a upgrade to the weapon, like they set the weapon to a blacksmith, or if it gets nerfed, it's like, oh, they tripped. And now
Oh,
they-
basically
Oh, no,
lore wise, why
Yes.
they got buffed or nerfed. Is
Yeah.
that- oh, okay, I got
like
that.
the
Cool.
lore.
Yeah.
Okay, I have seen this before. It's like so in Dragon Ball Fighters, there's Goku, right?
Yeah.
So Goku is the protagonist. So they get so his normals are like his buttons are like super good. They call him the protagonist normals because he can't lose with those buttons. So when they nerfed his down tilt, they made it like it has a longer startup. They said, "Oh man, Goku broke his leg. It hasn't recovered since."
There's never been this.
That's one idea I had, but I don't think I can execute on it because I can't animate yet.
What game would you like to do it on?
Probably not League. Probably like I'm into the card game, right? So I'd probably try to do it on the card game. I don't follow League anymore. It's like I don't know. League is like gambling, you know?
You can do this. You don't have to be good at animation. What you can do is just take PNGs of the things and just make them move. That's it. That's basically
Yeah.
about it.
That makes people laugh. PNGs.
Bro, I swear, I showed a picture. I showed a
You
picture
gotta
of my
make the
brother.
watermark too. That gets everybody like the side splitter.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I showed my brother, my older brother, and he's older than me by 2 years, just so you know. I showed him a picture of beans and base boosted. He fucking laughed. So like, your PNG memes are gonna be fucking great. So don't even think about.
Alright. I'll put it on the Trello. I'll keep the idea.
Cool.